really think the reason why I don't like Korra is because she's not Aang. Hi, what is up? It is me, Ms.Black introvert, and thanks for clicking on this video. So first and foremost, if this is like your second time watching my video or any of my videos and you still haven't subscribed, just, go ahead and subscribe. I like you, you like me, let's make this official, and just subscribe to the channel, okay? So enough of that, enough of me pandering. Let's get into what we're going to be talking about. So I wanted to do a video on Legends of Korra because I'm a huge Avatar Last Airbender stan. Like, you guys don't understand. You guys don't understand. I was a fan when it came out, and I'm still a fan. I rewatched it on Amazon, and I rewatched it when it came out on Netflix. I don't care. Like, I do not care. Also, when Legends of Korra was on, when it got on Netflix, I also re-binged it, even though I binged it quite a while back on Amazon Plus, Amazon Prime. Like, I don't care. If there's any type of anything dealing with the Avatar universe, I'm going to be locked in watching. Like, I do not care. But I have my opinions on Legends of Korra and how I feel about it. But I've noticed recently, since people are becoming more, like, there's more fans, new fans, younger generation who are getting into watching it, and they hate Korra. And I'm just gonna go over some of the reasons why I think they hate Korra, and I'm gonna say my opinion at the end. So just hear me out until the end, because that's when my opinion is revealed. So one reason I believe people hate on Korra is her personality. I really feel like people don't like how brash she is. Like, she's very temperamental. Like, homegirl got a temper. She relies a lot on brute force, and it's said in the series that she's not in touch with her spiritual side, that she doesn't like all the spiritual stuff, which is a strong contrast from Avatar Aang. And I don't think that was not, I think that was intentional on the writer's behalf, that they didn't want to write another Avatar that just act just like Aang. Because what fun would that be, I guess? Like, as a writer, to just write a character the exact same way, and she's a waterbender, so she's different from Aang in that aspect. I would say that it's surprising. Her personality is surprising because she's a waterbender, but and waterbenders are known for healing, so they're more of a nurturer type of personality. But Korra, she's more of like, she wants to be, I hate the word tomboy because it's like gender, it's so gendered, it's stupid. But if, for lack of better word, she's a tomboy who likes to fight, and she likes to get down and dirty. Everything's brute force with her. She doesn't really use her head. She's not a skilled fighter in that aspect. She relies a lot on her strength. I mean, look at her arms. If I had her arms, I would be relying on them babies too. Okay? She's definitely the most ripped Avatar, honey. The most ripped. So, there is instance in the show where there were certain things that she did that I just was like, it irritated me. I'm not gonna lie. And she didn't. Her personality irritates me the most when anytime she's involved with Tenzin. Tenzin is her like spiritual teacher, and he teaches her airbending, but she literally doesn't ever listen to Tenzin. Like, most of the time she's not listening to Tenzin or caring what the hell he got to say. And because Tenzin is so different from her, it's like a juxtaposition between the two. It's so funny that they end up like having a really good relationship. Well, like a father figure kind of mentor relationship, but he's just so different from her. He's spiritual, calmer. Well, he has a little bit of a temper, but people are forgetting. Korra in this series acts like a teenager. I believe they're supposed to be in their teen years at the start of this series. So she's acting her age. This is how they act. This is how teenagers act, okay? So the next reason why people hate Korra or like to hate on Korra is because they believe she's the weakest avatar. They believe she's the weakest avatar, that she's weak, she's always getting beat up in the series. And while she doesn't get beat up a lot in the series, people need to cut her some slack. Like, she was going against some pretty, like, some of these villains was crazy. Like, she literally had to fight Darkness. She had to fight him, a crazy monk guy. Then she was poisoned with a mercury. She went through a lot. Her own uncle was trying to beat her ass. Like, come on, you guys. Like, cut her some slack. But yes, a lot of people don't like her because she gets beat up quite a lot. There's one point where I'm just like, come on, Korra, get up. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? It's like we've seen, I don't want to compare it to Aang, but we've seen Aang go into the Avatar state and kick people's asses. And she never really does that in the series. I've noticed they didn't really rely on the shock value of the Avatar state as much. It was more of the backstory behind Avatar and like the spiritual. Definitely, okay, save my opinions at the end, sorry. They went more into the spiritual side of being an avatar. It was not all about the fights. The fighting was not front and center. And mind you, Avatar Last Airbender wasn't super fight focused either. It was really character driven, honestly. So that is another reason why people hate on Korra. They think she's weak, that she's one of the weakest avatars. I can't believe people think that because literally Avatar Roku was defeated by a volcano. So make it make sense. Homeboy died from asphyxiation, and y'all talking about Korra. Miss Korra is the weakest avatar. I'm sorry, my hair is a mess. Is the weakest avatar. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Anyways, again, I'm trying to keep my opinions to the end, but it's so hard. So another reason why people don't like her is because they say she severed the avatar's connections. And that's one of the worst reasons why people hate her, in my opinion. Again, I'm supposed to be keeping my opinions to the end, but this is basically the end. So people think that she's the reason why the Avatar connection was severed. And I know it's easy to blame the Avatar that was, there. It's easy to blame Korra for that, for the Avatar connection being severed. But honestly, it was Unalaq, her uncle's fault. Her uncle was crazy, and he's the reason why it was severed. Like, I feel like she might could have fought a little bit harder, but by that point, Rava was stripping away from her. I'm not explaining that because you guys should know what I'm talking about if you're watching this video. So yeah, so Rava was taken away from her, so she couldn't really bend all the elements so I get it, but I could see why people want to blame her for that. But come on, cut her some slack. I feel like a lot of criticism for Korra, I don't think y'all gave her the slack that y'all gave Aang. Y'all really don't give Korra the same slack y'all gave that boy Aang. And I don't know if it's because Korra's older or if it's because she's a woman, but I'm gonna take a guess that it's one of the two or both. That's the reason why y'all don't give her as much slack as y'all gave Aang. People really empathize with Aang, but as soon as homegirl Korra is over there battling demons, she takes a year off to find herself. She's weak. Oh, she's the worst avatar. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I really think the reason why I don't like Korra is because she's not Aang. Like, Aang had to die. Aang had to die so that there could be another another Avatar who was not going to live forever. Like, I don't hate Legends of Korra at all. Like, it is not by far like what it could have been. I'm going. My reasons for not liking Korra has nothing to do with Korra as a character. It has more to do with the story. Um, I mean, and I don't dislike it. Like, oh my gosh, it's a horrible show. But it's like it's not memorable in my opinion. And maybe that's because I watched Last Airbender and that had such a special place in my heart that I'm like kind of comparing it subconsciously comparing it to Last Airbender. But I didn't like the setting of. I didn't like Republic City. I don't like the setting. It's too dreary. I don't like the steampunk or STEMpunk, whatever you call it. I don't like that atmosphere. That technology, the technologically advanced type of setting doesn't really gel with me. It wasn't aesthetically pleasing in my eyes. It wasn't cool to look at. The world building was just a little bit lacking for me. I didn't feel like it was a world. Like, it didn't feel like a big world that actually existed. And I know it's a cartoon, but what last what Avatar Last Airbender did well was building its world. And I think if you're going to come back with another series, that you could give it make the world feel fleshed out, but I don't feel like they did that. I do believe they rushed the series. I think that was a common complaint when people watched it the first time it came out in 2012. So, maybe it was rushed. I'm not sure. That's why the world felt half baked. But that's mainly my reason why I don't really like Legends of Korra that much. But I'm going to say things I do like. I like that they went into the Avatar state, how it began, and a whole season dedicated to spirituality and Korra finding herself spiritually. I love that. I love that season, and I like that they went into the Airbenders and what that mean and the relationship of Aang's kids. All of that, cool. Love that. You know, I don't think that there's other things to not like Legends of Korra for than Korra. That's all I'm saying. Like, do not place all of the blame on her character because there's flaws in that series, but the majority of them, and at least in my opinion, don't have anything to do with Korra. They're just literally more of a. I don't think the writers sat and fleshed out the story as much as they could have. The love interest was weak for me. I love that Korra went out with Asami. I love it, but it was literally out of nowhere. I feel like they could have built that a little bit stronger. I mean, I did feel like they kind of were when she was sending letters to her instead of Mako and Bolin, telling her how she felt and asking her and trusting her not to tell Mako and Bolin that she was writing to her only. Like, I felt like that was a friendship that they were building, but the romance was literally out of left. Like, I didn't see it coming, which is sometimes good, but I feel like they could have did so much more with it. But again, 2012 wasn't as progressive as 2020 or 2019, so maybe they were a little bit nervous about having that bisexual type of romance in a kids show. I don't think Steven Universe was really like popping then. So like they were kind of feeling the waters, I could tell, with that relationship because it wasn't really built, expounded on, in my opinion. I did not like the Mako and Korra relation, the love triangle between Mako, Korra, and Asami. I feel like it was forced. Mako, Korra was thirsty as hell for Mako at first, and I don't know why. Maybe because he's like, he's handsome. He's a handsome character. Well, like that was kind of irritating. And the most irritating part about it is Varric. Varric is such a toxic character. I literally couldn't stand Varric. The way he treated Jubilee in the freaking series was horrible. I know it was supposed to be funny. I know I wasn't supposed to be reading into it. But when they get married at the end, like they end up together after he treated her literally like trash. The whole series treated Jubilee like garbage and never apologized for treating her like garbage. And I'm supposed to stand this. I'm supposed to be like, oh my gosh, yay, Varric and Jubilee got together. Yay, they're finally. No. No. Varric was trash. He fucked over multiple people. He was a traitor. Like, he was a bad guy. He was like capitalism in embodiment of capitalism. Like, Varric was hands down the worst character in Korra. Not Korra. Varric. Varric was the worst character. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Varric was the worst. And then in a close second was Bolin. I don't know why Bolin irritated me, but him as a comedic relief just wasn't hitting for me. He just was dumb. Like, I feel like a lot of writers of shows, they think, okay, I'm gonna make this character dumb. That's comedic relief. Me making them stupid. No, that's not comedic relief all the time. Like, that, you can make a character comedic relief without making them stupid, you know, or just having a right amount of airheadedness to their character. Like, he was just completely uncouth. Tell me who was the worst character in Korra, and tell me if you agree with my type of opinion on it. I will give my opinions on shows more because I love watching TV. I love anime. I love cartoons. I love sci-fi, superhero shit. Love it. Love it. Marvel. I've been watching The Flash. I can give you guys my opinion on The Flash. Leave a comment below on what characters you dislike, which ones you love in Legends of Korra, or why you didn't like Legends of Korra. I'm really interested to know everyone else's opinion because I personally wasn't that big of a fan of Legends of Korra, but it wasn't because of Korra. Like, Korra was okay of a character. She was not a horrible character. Again, if you like my channel, please consider subscribing and like the video if you like this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.